CCTV Game of the Week is Saturday night!
Capital Community Television, in cooperation with Salem Kaiser Public Schools, presents the CCTV Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the McKay Royal Scots and the McNary Celtics. Hello everybody, I'm John Piper. We're at McNary High School in Kaiser tonight for Valley League basketball. Joining me for the telecast tonight is Harv Shabothian. Harv, we've got two very contrasting teams, McNary with a lot of experience, the McKay Royal Scots with a lot of youth.
You got that exactly right, John. When you look for the leaders in the Valley League in any given year, you look for the teams that have the experience. This McNary group has been together since the early days of Kaiser Youth basketball, and you can see it in their team play, and we'll see that tonight. The other ball team, when we look at McKay, the Royal Scots, on the other hand, we're talking about a lot of inexperience. What they're going to have to do is try to use their individual talent and what they've learned thus far in the Valley League to see if they can put it all together tonight against one of the better teams in the league.
And the McNary Celtics are behind South Salem in that race for number one. Very important game for them to win tonight.
Absolutely. It's a game at home. One game down. They can't afford to lose another and be 2 games down. But they have one more left with South. They'd like to be either tied or only 1 game behind when that game comes about.
All right, we're looking forward to a big ball game tonight. The crowd is still filing into the McNary Gymnasium, and we will be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Partial funding for tonight's program is provided by your friends at Round Table Pizza. Get real, get Round Table at 2 convenient locations in Salem. Partial funding also provided by G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store, also with 2 convenient locations in Salem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to McNary High School for tonight's Valley League game between the McKay Royal Scots and the McNary Celts. As a member of the Valley League and the Oregon School Activities Association, it is the goal of McNary High School to conduct all athletic events in an atmosphere of good sportsmanship. We ask for your cooperation in displaying respect toward opposing players, fans, and officials in tonight's game. Now let's meet the starters. First for McKay. At 1 forward, a 6-foot senior, number 12, Jason Stoneman. At 1 guard, a 5-foot 5-inch sophomore, number 22, Daniel Aguilar. At the other guard, a 5-foot 11-inch junior, number 24, Eric Elwood. At a forward, a 6-foot senior, number 32, Josiah Lake. At the post, a 6-foot 4-inch junior, number 42, Jonathan Stover. Coach for the Scots, Mr. Steve Maston. And now introducing the starters for your McNary Celts. At the point, a 6-foot 1-inch junior, number 20, Sean Garr. At a wing, a 5-foot 9-inch senior, number 24, Danny Espindola. At the other wing, a 6-foot 4-inch senior, number 34, Chris Payton. At 1 post, a 6-foot 5-inch senior, number 44, Ryan Bolander. At the other post, a 6-foot 3-inch senior, number 50, Eric Gemmel. Head coach for the Celts, Mr. Larry Garr. Officials for tonight's game, Mr. Charlie Mitchell and Mr. Denny Ferris. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of our national anthem by the McNary Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Doug Hartman.
could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper along with Harv Shabothi. Once again, we're at McNary High School for Valley League boys basketball. This is the final game in the first half of the season. Then these teams will meet each other in the second half, and McNary, with a record of 6-2, is tied with South Albany for second place. So very important ball game for them, and the McKay Royal Scots can't afford to lose too many more ball games if they want to have a chance at the playoffs.
Well, it should be an exciting ball game tonight, John. Every time we've seen McKay this year, it's always a 2 or 3 point ball game, win or lose.
And McNary controls the opening tip. The Royal Scots in the green uniforms and McNary in the white. Nice pass right away inside to Ryan Bolander, and he's fouled. Good pass from Danny Espindola.
The big problem tonight for McKay, John, is going to be the height factor. Gimmel and Bolander have a significant advantage on that inside.
The foul was on Josiah Lake. Lake had 20 points against Sprague last week, so they need to keep him in the ball game. Bolander with 2 free throws. Ryan Bolander, the leading scorer for the McNary Celtics. And a steal. Ball is loose, and Danny Aguilar comes up with it for McKay.
We've got some real fine ball players, and Danny Aguilar, Danny Espindola, 2 real spark plugs for each of their ball teams. Excellent defensive players.
Nice pass inside to Ryan Van Hess. Correction, that was Eric Elwood with the basket. Elwood starting tonight. And Aguilar comes up with the basketball. We're tied at 2 with 6 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the first period, and another nice pass to Aguilar. Misses the shot, but he was fouled by Espindola.
There's that matchup we were talking about at the front end. These 2 guys will be fun to watch all night.
Danny Aguilar, 5'5", only a sophomore.
Sophomore, yes.
Too strong with the first free throw. He'll have one more opportunity. Coach Steve Maston from McKay with a couple of new faces in the starting lineup. Elwood is one, and Jason Stoneman.
Yeah, it was interesting. Before the ball game, I asked the coach if there were going to be any changes. He said nope.
Good pass from Bolander into Gemmel, but he can't get the McKay basketball. And Harv, as you mentioned in the pregame, one of the strengths of this McNary team is these guys have played together for a long time. They have a great youth program out here, the Kaiser Youth Basketball Program, and of course Whitaker Middle School, and now McNary High School.
Yeah, you watch these guys. They just play very, very well together. Offensively, defensively, no real big stars.
Sean Garr with the steal, and he's bumped. Number 24, Eric Elwood picks up the foul. Both teams trying to get the basketball inside.
Lots of patience here.
Bolander at the basket, misses a shot, gets his own rebound. He's too far underneath, but he was fouled. Ryan Bolander is tied for number 6 in Valley League scoring through 8 games. And the foul was on John Stover.
Ryan was the first team all-leaguer last year as a junior.
Bolander with 1 for 2. Foul on number 50, Eric Gimmel.
Yes.
Not a very good foul that far out on the court.
No. McNary will challenge you though, John. They'll come out on you.
Jumper is no good by Stoneman, and Sean Garr with the rebound. Gets it to Payton. Comes up short. Scramble for the basketball. And Danny Espendola comes up with it. And a foul on number 24, Eric Elwood.
Second on Elwood.
Coming in for McKay is number 34, Ryan Van Hess, 6'3" junior. Espendola off the iron, and Lake comes up with a rebound, gets it quickly to Aguilar. Aguilar takes it all away and scores. Danny Aguilar.
He's just a tremendous raw talent as a junior, or as a sophomore.
Garr takes the long-range shot, comes off the rim, and McKay doing a pretty good job on the backboards.
They are. I'm a bit surprised that they've been able to play as well in there as they have tonight.
Aguilar.
Almost another rebound.
Danny Aguilar forced up a shot. Drew nothing but iron. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go. McKay with a 2-point lead, 5-3 over McNary.
A low-scoring affair, but we've gotten used to seeing that with McNary.
And the foul will be on Sean Garr. Garr got up in the air, had no place to go.
No place to go. No, he did not.
Well, both these teams are not what you'd call high-scoring teams, so it could be a close ball game. And it should be McKay's basketball.
Yeah, they called a foul on Sean Garr, I'm sure. I'm positive that's what the score said.
The officials coming over to the scorers table. And Coach Larry Garr for the McNary Celtics trying to get an explanation of what's going on out here.
Well, as we saw it, as you said, John, Sean went up, had no place to go but to come down on the McKay player. I'm not sure what the controversy here is. Still
some discussions. And while we have a break in the action, we'd like to thank you once again for watching CCTV's Game of the Week. John Piper along with Harv Shabothi and the rest of our CCTV sports crew out at McNary and Kaiser. Very nice place to watch a ball game. If you get a chance to come out in person, be sure to do so. Josiah Lake.
He's got it.
A three-pointer for Lake, and he had 20 big points in the game against Sprague. McKay lost that ball game by 1 point in the final seconds.
Kind of an unusual situation tonight, John, in that both head coaches have a son playing in tonight's game.
Payton with the jumper, yes. Sean Garr, of course, is the son of McNary coach Larry Garr, and on the McKay side, Adam Maston is a freshman who is playing for his dad, Steve Maston. Ball is tipped away. Espendola. And Espendola lost it, but Lake lost it right back. Espendola waits, and he's fouled, and I'm afraid that's going to be on Josiah Lake.
I'm sure it is.
Well, they call it on Aguilar. I don't know how they got that one, but...
Well, right now, Coach Maston can't be disappointed with that call.
I'm sure he likes that call. And Espendola at the free throw line. Danny Espendola was one of your Sports and Breakfast Club Athletes of the Week, I think, last week.
Yes, he's an excellent ball player. He's a defensive catalyst for this team, John. Excellent three-point shooter, and he's their number 2 scorer.
Scott Putnam, number 20, comes into the ball game for McKay, and Josiah Lake will get a breather. A 1-point ball game with McKay on top, 2 minutes 56 seconds to go. Stover with a nice move, and John Stover, after 8 games, was the leading scorer for McKay, but only had 4 points in our game last week.
Well, he's a good one, and he's coming on.
Ball is knocked away. Stoneman takes it to the basket, comes off the rim. Putnam with a rebound and the basket. Scott Putnam also had a poor game against Sprague last week, so I'm sure Coach Maston hoping that these 2 guys can get right back into the thick of things here against the McNary Celtics.
Well, Putnam didn't really get a chance to get started last week, John. You remember 12 seconds into the ball game, he already had his 2nd foul.
Somebody needs to help out Van Hess, and Aguilar comes out. Aguilar with the shot, comes off the iron, rebounded by Payton. 1 minute 42 seconds to go. McKay 12 and McNary 7 in Valley League action from McNary High School in Kaiser. Gemmel can't get it to go. McKay with another rebound. Danny Aguilar, 5'5" sophomore, running the show for the McKay Royal Scots. And tipped away by Gemmel. Gemmel can't get the shot, and a foul will be on Sean Garr on the rebound.
I am impressed, John, with the start tonight by this young McKay team. Maybe they're starting to mature, and at just the right time. As you said, they can't really afford to drop another ball game in this Valley League and still hope to keep their playoff hopes alive.
That was a 2nd foul on Sean Garr, so he's out of the ball game. Jeff Wilson, number 10, is in. McKay at 3-5 in league play, so they need a win badly tonight. And a turnover. Stoneman trying to get it to Stover. Missed connections. Inside a minute to play, first quarter. Payton is open, off the iron, rebounded by Putnam.
That shot was open.
Well, Payton's a good shooter, so I think he has to keep taking that shot.
Yeah, I think so. He wasn't contested on it.
Inside 10 seconds to go in the first period.
They got to put the ball up. Oh.
And there's a foul underneath and a big break for the McKay Royal Scots.
With just a tick left on the clock, my goodness.
Bolander with his first foul, but it comes with 1 second to go, and McKay really had no shot there. They're not shooting, though, so they'll have just 1 second to get it up.
Yeah, he sinks it. It's good, and a three-pointer.
A three-pointer by Ryan Van Hess with 1 second to go in the first period makes our first quarter score. The McKay Royal Scots 14 and the McNary Celtics 7. Now they change it. Well, They're not changing it. 14-7 on the scoreboard here, so we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
And let's take a look at our Valley League standings so far for this year. South Salem on top, 7-1, followed by McNary and South Albany at 6-2, Corvallis and Sprague at 5-3, Crescent Valley, McKay, and West Albany at 3-5, Lebanon at 1-7, and North Salem also at 1-7. So South Salem just barely got by McNary last week to claim that top spot, winning the ball game by 2. 47-45, I believe, was the score there.
That's correct.
49-47 was the score last week at South Salem. The teams have had a week off because of finals for the first semester, so they played last week and have not had games this week as they have taken finals on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And they'll be playing tonight, Thursday night, and then they'll play again on Saturday.
Well, John, they did put that extra point on the board. It was a three-pointer, as we called it, so the score's 15-7. They caught the scoreboard up.
Adam Maston, number 40, is in for McKay, the freshman. And Josiah Lake back in, although he has 2 fouls.
And now McKay showing some patience.
The pass is too high from Lake to Van Hess, and the ball goes out of bounds. Well, the crowd has not really gotten into the ball game out here at McNary so far, and I think a little crowd noise might help the Celtics here as they're down by 8 points as we begin the second period.
Yeah, the Celtics have only got 1 field goal in that first quarter, John. The rest has been from the free throw line, so it hasn't been real exciting play.
And the pass is too strong for Chris Payton.
I thought we would see some dominance on the inside from McNary tonight, but that hasn't materialized.
A foul on number 10, Jeff Wilson.
The foul is on number 10, Jeff Wilson, his first, 16.
That is already the 16th foul for McNary.
And for the Scots, number 24.
And coming back in for McKay is Eric Elwood, who started the ball game tonight, picked up a couple of fouls.
I'm going to give Danny Aguilar a chance to rest a bit.
The pass gets away from Van Hess. And Sean Garr has been guarding Josiah Lake tonight, doing a good job. Inside to Bolander, and he makes sure on that one.
I really do think McNary can do more of that, John.
Lake, the shot is partially blocked. And Lake comes up with a basketball and puts it in the bucket, takes it away from Danny Espendola.
You know, even though Josiah is just is a senior, this is just his second year of organized ball, and it's hard to imagine that had he gotten an earlier start, just where he'd be right now.
Garr with a nice move, comes off the iron, rebounded by Van Hess. Into Van Hess, misses a shot, but Stover gets it back and puts it in. John Stover with good position.
The week off has really looked like it's helped McKay. They're much more together tonight than when we saw them just a week ago, John.
McKay with a 10-point lead. Espendola
forced it.
And the McNary Celtics are forcing up some shots that I'm sure Coach Larry Garr does not want to see.
You know, it's really interesting. The team that looks like the real experienced one right now is McKay, and they have since the opening buzzer.
Number 52, Barstad, in for McNary. And Stoneman is back in for McKay. Coach Maston doing a good job of bringing players in and out of the ball game.
Well, we've seen Sam Barstead catch fire for McNary, so it'll be interesting to see if he can light this team up right now. They need something to jumpstart him, John.
Maston could not get the basket. Gar for three, off the iron, rebound by Bolander. And Bolander tried to put it back up, but he was fouled.
John, McNary continues to want to take those outside shots, and right now they're not hitting him.
Third foul on Eric Elwood. And Ryan Bolander back at the line. And the ball is just not going in the baskets for the McNary Celtics.
No, it's not. You know, they have 2 field goals at 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Outside shot by Payton, inside for Bolander. All the rest has been at the free throw line for him.
Bolander misses both free throws. The ball goes out of bounds off of Barstad. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. McKay 19, McNary 9. And Josiah Lake all alone under the basket, but Aguilar doesn't see him. McKay very patiently working the basketball around. Lake takes it strong.
And he's got the charge.
A charge on Josiah Lake, and that's number 3.
I think they only said second, John. Remember, that was the Espen.
That's
the
right.
Aguilar
They called
call.
the other
Remember?
one on Aguilar, so
Yeah.
that's only 2 on Josiah Lake.
What a big call that was.
Taken away by Aguilar. Stoneman with a jumper, yes. And McKay's confidence has to be really building here. They are up by 12 points. We're in the second period.
Well, it's still early, John, but we may be seeing the maturing of a ball team tonight.
And another steal by McKay. Stoneman stepped in front of the pass. Aguilar pulls up for the jumper, and he scores.
Boy, it's all going right now.
I'm surprised Coach Larry Garr has not called timeout.
I think he may be as shocked as his players are right now. Disgusted may be a better word. Well, you can see the frustration on Bolander's face down there. He wants that ball inside. He feels he can take him.
Payton for the shot. Off the iron, rebounded, and back in the bucket by Sean Garr.
Just the third field goal so far for McNary.
2 minutes, 7 seconds to go. McKay 23, McNary 11. And a steal by Bolander. But it's stolen right back by McKay. And McKay is going to take a little time off the clock.
Not a bad strategy, being up by 12. The only problem with this strategy, though, John, is they were really rolling offensively, and now they move to a slower ball game. It'll be interesting to see if they lose some of their crispness that they had going.
McKay continues to pass the ball around out on the perimeter. Lake took too many steps.
Yeah.
And that is a problem, I think, Harv. Whenever you've got some rhythm going, you have to worry a little bit about if we slow it down, do we lose that?
Yeah.
And the other thing you have to worry about is those turnovers.
Exactly.
On the other hand, McNary is not a high-scoring team, and so it's not that easy for them to make up a lot of points. Knocked away from Bolander.
Another hustle play from McKay.
And there's no question that the McKay Royal Scots know who the #1 scorer for McNary is, and they are surrounding Bolander. Stover inside for the basket, and Stover off to a good start tonight.
You know, it's been a real balanced attack for McKay. That's what's impressive. They've got 7 kids who've scored and contributed so far.
Gar with a nice drive, misses. Josiah Lake with the basketball as time expires. And our score after 1/2, the McKay Royal Scots 25 and the McNary Celtics 11. And we're going to wait here just a moment and see if the McNary dance team comes out onto the floor. We'll hold it here for a minute. Harv, why don't we kind of take a look at what happened so far. It's really a big surprise. Most people expected the McNary Celtics to have a fairly easy time with the McKay Royal Scots with that obvious size and experience advantage, but so far it has not been that way.
No, and it's the real surprise is, you know, they trailed at the end of that first quarter, but the second quarter was no better. In fact, they only got 4 points in that second quarter. You know, a basket for Sean Gar, a basket for Ryan Bolander, but in the meantime, McKay, which already had an 8-point lead, added 10 more.
Well, interesting ball game, and I guess that's why you play the ball game. You were watching the McNary band that's directed by Mr. Doug Hartman, and it does not look at this time as if the dance team will be out here. So why don't we go now to the CCTV halftime report. Kennedy Elementary School teacher Eleanor Hall is this year's winner of the Kaiser Service to Education Award presented by the Kaiser Chamber of Commerce. She has taught 5th and 6th grade students at Kennedy Elementary since 1976. Mary Jean Atwood, an instructional assistant at Kennedy, had 2 children go through Hall's classroom.
She's a very fun teacher. Learning was always fun for my kids. She's a very firm teacher. She doesn't let things go too far, but she conveys a sense of responsibility and stresses organization, teaches the kids how to get their act together and keep it organized, which is carried through with my children into Whitaker and McNary.
Hall says she tries to teach children independence.
I'd like to see these kids become independent and be able to do things on their own.
This is National School Board Appreciation Week. At Tuesday's meeting of the Salem-Kaiser School Board, several students presented board members with artwork they had done and thanked them for their service to students in the Salem-Kaiser community.
Dear Neighbor Hutchinson, thank you for our new big toy and for helping our school. Your friend, Sol Pichardo.
School board members serve without pay. Each week, the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club selects a male and female athlete of the week. Let's meet some recent winners. At its January 20th meeting, the club honored McKay swimmer Jolene Parr. Parr won the 100-yard freestyle and the 100-yard breaststroke in a meet with Sprague. Also recognized on January 20th was McNary basketball player Danny Espendola. He averaged 14.5 points in 2 McNary victories last week. South Salem basketball player Terry Shaw was honored at the club's January 27th meeting. She scored 23 points and had 13 rebounds against Sprague, and scored 16 points and had 8 rebounds against McNary. Also honored at the January 27th meeting was McKay wrestler Scott Boda. He won 3 matches at a recent tournament at McNary. He is 19-0 this year, including a win over the second-ranked wrestler in the state. And Leisinger comes up with the basketball.
3-on-1.
Takes it all the way and scores. Matt Leisinger. Catch all the excitement of high school basketball on Capital Community Television, Cable Channel 25. The race for the Valley League title is heating up, and CCTV will be there to capture all the action. CCTV also will follow the Willamette Bearcats and the Chemeketa Chiefs as they battle for league titles. And basketball isn't the only sport you'll find on CCTV. Don't miss the Valley League High School Swimming Championships and the District Wrestling Meet in February. It's all on CCTV, your source for local high school and college sports. Partial funding for tonight's program is provided by your friends at Round Table Pizza. Get real, get Round Table. Conveniently located at 4435 Liberty Road South and at 3910 Center Street Northeast. Partial funding also provided by G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store, located at 275 Lancaster Drive Northeast and at 4825 Commercial Street Southeast.
$50 number for $45.
And we're back at McNary High School. Our halftime score once again, the McKay Royal Scots 25 and the McNary Celtics 11 points. What's going on here, Harv?
Well, I tell you, McNary has had a hard time getting off track tonight. They've got 3 field goals for the entire half. I'm sure Coach Carr talked to his charges. They've got 2 kids who really haven't gotten off at all. Eric Gimmel has yet to score, and we would have expected with his size he would have done more underneath. Plus, given the margin of the score, they've got to turn to one of their better outside shooters, Danny Espendola. Espendola hasn't put up the ball much here in the first half. Other kids have been taking that outside shot. I think Danny's got to become a bigger part of this offense.
McKay Royal Scots have gotten some outstanding play from just about all of their players tonight and very balanced scoring.
They really do, John. 7 of their players have scored, and when you look at it, it's almost all of the kids who've been in so far contributed. John Stover's their biggest scorer with 6 points. Danny Aguilar has 5. We got 3 points for Ryan Van Hest, but then we've got a couple points apiece for Jason Stoneman, Scott Putnam, Eric Elwood. Josiah Lake, even though he's had foul trouble, has 5 points.
Well, we did manage to squeeze in a few minutes there of the McNary dance team, so hope you were able to enjoy that. The coach for the McNary dance team this year is Michelle Henthorne, and they entertained the crowd here tonight. And right now, the crowd being entertained by the McNary Pep Band, directed by Mr. Doug Hartman. And I don't think I would have liked to have been in the McNary locker room at halftime.
No, I'm sure I wouldn't have either. Although this is really a test, John, right now for this experienced ball team. They've been here before, and now it's time to see if they can suck it up and get the job done. 14 points for, as you say, their offense is a lot to make up.
Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television and stay with us for the rest of the Valley League basketball season. We've got some big games coming up. We'll have the next to last game of the year with these McNary Celtics taking on the league-leading South Salem Saxons, and that could be a heck of a game. The Saxons defeating McNary by only 2 points last week. And McNary with the basketball. Peyton is open, misses the shot badly. And boy.
Still trying to hit from the outside.
Nice pass from Lake to Stover. And McKay is starting off right where they ended in the first half.
They ran that play a lot in the first half. Back doors. There, that's what we need for McNary. Espindola's been quiet all night. Pops one from the outside.
Well, McNary is getting good shots, but they're just not falling.
Like I said, I think Espindola's got to be the guy to put it in for him if they're going to go to the outside. Danny shoots better than 40% from the three-point area.
McKay Royal Scots very patient here. They're in no hurry, but there's a turnover. Espindola. And Espindola with the basket and the foul by Danny Aguilar. Aguilar probably would have been better to let him go.
Yeah. Just a two-point play instead of three.
And Ryan Van Hess, number 34, is coming back into the ball game, replacing Jason Stoneman. Second foul on Aguilar. Espindola, will he be the man to give McNary the spark they need? And full court pressure by the Celtics. Although not a whole lot of pressure.
Well, and it's real hard to pressure that young man Aguilar.
Aguilar to Stover.
Jonathan Stover.
And that's what was missing in the last ball game we did against Sprague. John Stover was not a factor, but tonight he has gotten some good opportunities. And the foul will be on Josiah Lake.
John's got 10 points, John Stover, and it's been those inside kind of plays. He's breaking to the hoop. And the McNary guards or McKay guards are hitting the open man.
Bolander with a jumper, too strong. Aguilar comes up with it. Back to Lake, traveling. Josiah Lake should have taken the open shot.
Number 40, Adam Maston.
And Adam Maston comes back in. And Josiah Lake looking a little discouraged. The McKay Royal Scots with a 13-point lead, 5 minutes, 42 seconds to go. McKay 29 and McNary 16. And the home court certainly has not been a factor here tonight. The McNary crowd sitting on their hands. Gar is open for the jumper, too flat. Rebound by Bolander, and he puts it back in.
2 points, Brian Bolander.
Sean Lemons, number 50, is into the ball game for McKay. And McKay is taking the air out of the basketball. They're in no hurry. Lemons is surrounded, gets it to Adam Maston. Maston with a jumper, yes.
Adam Maston.
Maston with a clean look at the basket.
First 2 points tonight. He's only a freshman, John. A real good one.
A lob inside to Gemmel.
2 points, Eric Gemmel.
He's fouled, and down on the floor is Ryan Van Hess.
The foul is on number 40, Adam Maston, his first. 13.
Foul called on Adam Maston, and I didn't see what happened to Van Hesse. He might have got hit with an elbow.
I didn't see it either, John.
Van Hesse is back up. And there are some of the very quiet fans here at McNary tonight.
Van Hesse is favoring his leg. I can't tell if it's an ankle or a knee.
John Stover, number 42, back in. And also number 12 is Jason Stoneman. And Stover got a very brief rest.
Well, he's contributed big tonight. 10 points.
Going to the line is Gimmel and Josiah Lake coming back in, and there is Coach Steve Maston talking with his son Adam, giving him a little fatherly advice.
Yeah. Gimmel had to get into the flow tonight, and they finally got him to the line. Let's see if he can get a couple down. There we go. Eric breaks the ice.
A 10-point ball game, 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. McKay 31 and McNary 21.
McNary really stepping up the pressure on that defense now. So far, McKay hasn't cracked.
Stover with a turnaround jumper. And boy, this is a different Stover than we watched a week ago.
Well, he's had games like this. We were kind of looking for it against Sprague. Didn't happen.
Espendola is left open off the iron, rebound by Bolander, but Stoneman gets it away from him.
I think Ryan was looking for the foul on that. Didn't get the call.
Lake to the basket, loses the ball. And a jump ball is called. McKay will have the possession. Jeff Wilson, number 10, in for McNary, and Peyton will take a seat. All the way out to Aguilar. Lake to Stover. Boy, how about John Stover tonight?
It's impressive. He's getting him against Gimmel and Bolander too.
Espendola from the free throw line. And Harv, I think you're right. I think Danny Espendola is going to have to be the man. He's done it in the past for the Celtics when they've been lethargic, and he's going to have to do it right now.
He's trying. He's got 7 points in a quarter. I just think he should have been the guy taking the outside shots in the first half.
Ball is on the floor, and it will be McNary basketball.
Good hustle by Ryan Bolander.
2 minutes, 14 seconds to go. McKay 35, McNary 23. And a nice pass, but it was blocked by Stoneman. And Gimmel gets the loose ball, puts it back in the bucket. He's fouled by Stover.
We talked about the two boys who didn't contribute much offensively in the first half, Gimmel and Espendola, and that's who McNary has gone to now.
Second foul on Stover, and at the line is Eric Gimmel. 6'3" senior. Makes the three-point play, and we have a 9-point ball game.
Yeah, they're heating up. Gimmel has 6, Espendola 7 here in the second half.
And a timeout for McKay. Our score with 1 minute 54 seconds to go. McKay 35 and McNary 26. And a little bit of life out of the McNary Celtics.
Yes, there is. You know, there's two boys that we probably should mention tonight. They're in this ball game, although we haven't seen too much of Brian Saucer. But Chris Payton, who we have seen quite a bit of already, and Brian, both were nominated to the U.S. Naval Academy by Senator Packwood. Quite an honor for both these young gentlemen.
Definitely some outstanding players and outstanding students on these teams. And while we do have a pause here, we want to extend our best wishes to McNary football coach Gary Swanson, who announced his resignation as the head man here of the McNary football program. And also we've learned that Jim Hellier at North Salem has resigned. So our best wishes to Gary and Jim, a couple of outstanding coaches that we've worked with over the last 5 years, and best of luck to them. Good coaches and outstanding people.
Yes, they both are, and both contributed a great deal at their schools. Gary taking over a program here at McNary and building him into a contender. And Jim, of course, many fine years at North Salem.
McKay Royal Scots running down that clock. Almost a steal by Gemmel. Aguilar gets the roll.
I was going to say I didn't like that strategy again, John, when things were going so well. And I was going to say, make some mention about it, but just about the time I do, Aguilar gets the roll.
Espendola off the iron. Aguilar with the rebound. Aguilar too strong, and a foul on Stoneman. And not sure whether McKay coach Steve Maston wanted Aguilar to push that ball up the court and take that shot.
Well, Danny thought he had a 2-on-1, but McNary's very, very good on defense, got back in the transition, and that 2-on-1 that Danny was hoping for really wasn't there.
Ryan Van Hess, the number 34 for McKay, is back in, so apparently he's okay. Spent a little time on the floor there, and we thought he might have some type of leg injury, but he's back in the ball game. And it's an 11-point lead for the McKay Royal Scots. Gar to Gemmel, too far under. Rebound by Josiah Lake. And maybe a little bit of overpassing there by McNary.
Well, McNary certainly had the opportunity there. Maybe they're just trying to get too much back a little bit too quickly.
Ball is knocked away, and I think it went off Danny Aguilar's leg.
Yes, it did.
Scott Putnam is back in the ball game for the McKay Royal Scots, number 20. And 12 seconds to go in the third period. Bolander takes it strong and scores. And after 3 periods, our score, the McKay Royal Scots 37 and the McNary Celtics 28. So McNary doing a little bit better, but McKay is still playing a very good ball game.
Yes, they are. You're right. McNary looked much better, getting involved. Some of the kids up until the second half hadn't been. But McKay's still playing strong enough to maintain a gap here. And I tell you, 9 points in 8 minutes is going to be a bit of a chore with the offense that McNary runs. They're going to have to be very, very aggressive on defense, take some chances, get some steals.
We also want to congratulate former McNary player Robin Sessoms, who was selected as the Player of the Week in the Southern Division of the Northwest Association of Community Colleges. She plays for the Chemeketa Chiefs, and she had 47 points, 35 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 11 blocked shots in 2 games this past week, and one of those was on Capital Community Television.
And likewise, the other ball game we did that night, Alan Fish wound up getting the men's award.
That's correct. Alan Fish from South Salem, now playing for Chemeketa. Sean Garr is on the floor, has sprained his ankle.
Looks like a bad sprain. Looks like a very bad sprain.
An injury timeout. Sean Garr, number 20, has sprained his ankle, and the officials are going to stop the game and allow Sean to get over to the sideline, and it does look like a painful one. I know what that's like, Harv. I've done that on several occasions in my YMCA basketball career.
Well, unfortunately, my high school basketball career was marred by the ankle injuries too. I know exactly how that feels and how frustrating it can be. It's not a good time, unfortunately, for this to happen to the McNary ball team. Sean's their playmaker.
And a turnover for McKay. They did not get the ball in bounds within the 5 seconds.
But again, a real test for this senior squad.
And
Gimmel
Danny Aguilar took it away from Gimmel. And Espendola gets a hand on the ball, and apparently Aguilar touched it before it went out of bounds. So McKay has turned it over twice here on their last 2 possessions.
Also at number 12, Jason Stoneman.
But the McNary Celtics are going to have to go without Sean Garr.
Yep, and they were trailing by 9 with 8 minutes to go. They still trail by 9 with 7.
This would be a major upset for the McKay Royal Scots. Aguilar fires and comes up short. Bolander tries to save it, but it goes right to the McKay Royal Scots.
Espendola with the miss, John.
Stover is open, and he scores.
Oh, he can do it from the outside, too. And another McNary Celtics down.
Under the basket, it looks like Chris Payton.
May have gotten an elbow or something.
I think Chris is okay. But boy, John Stover is having himself a ball game.
Isn't he? 16 points.
And a little too aggressive by Danny Aguilar.
Yeah, not sure you needed that.
Daniel Aguilar, his third, 16th.
Third foul on Aguilar, and that's the 6th team foul, so McNary could be going to the line after the next foul, and that could be very important.
Yeah, because it stops the clock, too.
From the free throw line is Bolander. Still a 9-point ball game. That was the spread at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Coach Madsen has really 3 ball handlers on the floor right now. Maston, Lake, and Aguilar. Clearly the strategy is to try to hang on to the ball here.
Almost a turnover, but Lake manages to get it back. And Maston saves the basketball, gets it back out to Danny Aguilar. Now back to Maston.
Again, good hands. They've got three real fine ball handlers out on the floor right now.
The ball goes off of McNary, according to the officials, Coach Larry Garr.
Coach Maston's
not agreeing with that.
No, going to call another timeout.
Timeout for the McKay Royal Scots. 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Our score, the McKay Royal Scots 39 and the McNary Celtics 30. And you have to be very impressed with the McKay Royal Scots coming into hostile territory here in Kaiser, coming off a tough loss, and they've had a number of tough losses by a small number of points.
Yeah, their first 3 losses, in fact, were by a total of 6, and then they could have won that ball game the other night. John had that 3-pointer that was thrown up, gone down.
Well, the Royal Scots are really playing with lots of confidence, and as we've mentioned several times, the McNary Celtics are not a high-scoring team, and when they get down, it's not that easy for them to manufacture some points. They're a very patient ball team, and when they're behind, sometimes they struggle.
Yeah, they're faced with that tonight. But yeah, this ball team from McKay. Boy, I tell you, they've got some young ball players here. Stover's only a junior; he'll be back. Aguilar, a sophomore, he'll be back. Van Hess, another junior, he'll be back.
And a foul on number 34, Chris Payton. That's only the first team foul on McNary, so that will not be a factor.
No, at least right now, and it does stop the clock, and they need to do that all they can.
And another foul.
Payton?
Well, let's see. The referee's coming over and talking with Larry Garr. And Larry does not like...
I think we just had a technical call on Coach Garr.
His second team.
Was it on Coach Garr?
This isn't good when your team's down by 9.
That's Adam Maston. And the coach's kid knows how to shoot his free throws.
He sure does. And we talked about the kids who'll be back next year. You know, this guy's going to be back directing that attack.
Adam Maston, a very cool and calm customer for a freshman.
Well, remember the other night when they were down to the last few seconds and they needed somebody to put up the 3. They looked for young Maston, and he hit that off-balance shot.
And Coach Larry Garr is talking with the official at mid-court. And now the lead for the McKay Royal Scots is at 11. 5 minutes, 2 seconds to go. McKay 41 and McNary 30. The Celtics losing ground.
Yeah, that was a problem with that technical. They gave up 2 points, and McKay still has the ball.
And another foul, this time on Bolander.
Well, we're down to the point in the ball game where with 4 minutes left, McNary really does have to gamble, and we're seeing that out there.
13 foul on McNary.
Sean Garr trying to get loose down here in the sideline. Still favoring that ankle.
Espendola knocks it away, but then it goes right back to McKay, and McNary has failed to capitalize on some of these opportunities. Lake to the basket, he scores. Josiah Lake was not going to waste any time. He saw the opening and took it hard to the basket.
Yeah, I think that's exactly McKay's strategy now. They're not going to go for the hoop unless they see the sure thing, and then they're going to attack very quickly. And they've got the individual players who can do that one-on-one action. There's Bolander underneath.
Bolander misses the shot. Rebound by Gemmel, and he's fouled.
Stover, I believe.
John Stover with the foul.
Jonathan Stover is third, 17.
Third foul on Stover, and that will send Eric Gemmel to the free throw line. And Sean Garr has come back after what we thought was a sprained ankle. Must not have been quite as bad as we initially thought.
Yeah, he still seems to be favoring it a bit.
Definitely limping.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to stay out there, but he's a game young man. I'm sure he'll give it everything he can.
A 13-point lead for the McKay Royal Scots with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Too strong, and the rebound by Adam Maston.
Rebound, Adam Maston.
to Stoneman at the basket, misses the shot.
Bolander, I believe.
Is on Ryan Bolander.
Foul on number 44, Ryan Bolander, is third, 14.
So those fouls could be a problem the way they're adding up for McNary.
Yeah, but McNary, as we said, has to gamble.
Knocked away by Espendola.
Timeout, Celts.
And a timeout for the McNary Celtics.
Very heady play by Espendola. Stole the ball, realized he was down and in trouble, immediately called timeout.
4 minutes and 1 second to go. McKay 43, McNary 30, and 30 points for McNary. That just can't make anybody on the Celtic bench very happy.
No, you know, they only got 4 points in the second quarter, and now we find halfway through the fourth quarter, they've only got 2 points, the field goal by Bolander.
Really a surprise. Once again, we're playing basketball on Thursday night this week because the students took their final exams for the first semester on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They'll also be playing on Saturday. So it is an unusual week this week.
It is. We might have to talk to the McNary faculty. Maybe they were pushing these kids too hard in those tests the last few days, John.
McNary students, the after-game dance tonight.
And the announcer has just announced an after-game dance, and I'm not sure there'll be a whole lot of spirit there if McNary can't pull out a miracle here.
Well, they've got 3 minutes, 58 seconds. 13 points is a lot to make up. Definitely Espendola for 3. Nope, they're looking for the 3-pointer. There it is.
Espendola tried to dump it off inside.
The ball, possession Celts.
And the possession belongs to the Celtics on the alternating possession. McNary has just not been connecting on their passes.
No, they haven't.
And Sean Garr is really hobbling.
But he is their playmaker.
And there's another example. The pass does not connect with Bolander. McKay takes it.
And Aguilar, who had a break, brings it back out. For an inexperienced team, they're playing exactly the way they should be right now.
Maston to Stover, over to Stoneman for the basket. Stoneman has played a nice game tonight for McKay.
Yes, he has.
3-pointer by Sean Garr.
That's why Sean's in the ball game right now.
Adam Maston brings the ball up court. Aguilar score the basket. Danny Aguilar has made just about all the right decisions tonight.
He really has. As the point guard, he's played this game about as well as you can play it.
And another timeout for McNary. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. McKay 47 and McNary 33. And no matter what McNary has been doing, this McKay Royal Scots have answered. They've taken time off the clock when they needed to, and they've scored when they've had the opportunities.
Yeah, it's been just a well-coached game and a great execution from a team that, based on their experience, you wouldn't have thought this would have happened. But we're at that midpoint of the season, and I think McKay is making a statement tonight to the rest of the league that watch out here in the second half for this young team from Mount Lancaster way.
This is the final week of the first half of the season. And the McKay Royal Scots coming together as the season goes along. The McNary Celtics, I'm not sure what Coach Garr can think after this ball game.
No. I mean, he's got the seniors, he's got the experience. I mean, all but 4 of the kids, and really only one who's played tonight are sophomores or juniors. All the rest are seniors on this ball team, but they're not showing it tonight.
Bolander loses the pass. And Ryan Bolander, this game he'd probably like to forget very quickly.
Yeah.
Taken away. But there's Aguilar, comes right back and swats it away. And at least saves a fast break opportunity.
Well, that's the key. I mean, what he's done is the ball still belongs to McNary, but there's more time on the clock as they try to get their points down.
And a foul by Adam Maston as Bolander was about ready to take the ball to the bucket hard.
Yeah, Adam reached in. Didn't like that call, but that call is going to be made most of the time when you're reaching in underneath.
That will send Ryan Bolander to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Ryan has 11 points tonight. He's gotten his share of scoring.
They call that a 1-and-1, which surprised me. And Gemmell with the rebound and the basket.
Gemmell with 8 points now.
Danny Aguilar brings the ball up court.
All the ball handlers out on the floor for McKay. A lot of ball handlers and Mr. Stover lurking underneath just in case.
And a foul on Jeff Wilson as the clock is down to 1 minute 35 seconds to go. The ball game is basically over for the McNary Celtics. And I'm not sure if it was ever started for this team. They just have really played a poor ball game tonight. Foul on number 24, Danny Espendola.
On the other hand, the Royal Scots, as you said, played about as well as I believe Coach Maston ever would have believed his charges could tonight. They've had an answer for everything McNary's thrown at them.
Another timeout for the Royal Scots. Our score with 1 minute 32 seconds to go. McKay 47 and McNary 35.
You realize that in the first half of the season, assuming the score remains this way, the 2 top teams in the league, McNary and South, have both fallen to this young team from McKay.
McKay went to South Salem and defeated the Saxons.
Yeah, overtime.
So the Royal Scots, with a commanding 12-point lead, are going to come out victorious tonight. And just have to give all kinds of credit to Coach Steve Maston and his assistants and his players. They've had some tough losses this year. They've hung in there. And they're trying to build a tradition out at McKay High School.
Yeah, they are. And the fourth quarter just demonstrates what we've been talking about, this team play all night, John. They've got 10 points, but 2 points apiece for 5 different boys.
And a foul on number 10, Jeff Wilson. That should send Josiah Lake to the line for a 1-and-1. And we watched Josiah Lake make a number of free throws last week, so he can put the ball in the hole from the free throw line.
Oh, he's a very good shooter from there.
And it comes out of the hopper. 3-pointer by Espendola, rebound by Lake.
Look at that strong rebound by Josiah Lake.
The foul is on Eric Gemmell, and that's another thing that we've commented on throughout this ball game was the rebounding by McKay. One would have thought that the taller McNary Celtics would have an advantage there.
Josiah Lake shooting 1-and-1.
But McKay got in there and did the dirty work.
Yes, they did.
And Lake misses the front end again.
Don't want to do that. Fortunately, they've got a fairly sizable lead tonight, but in a close ball game, that's exactly what you don't want to see.
Espendola comes off the iron. Ball is on the floor. Lake comes up with it, gets it to Aguilar.
They're trying to trap him, but Kate continues to move it. And an easy 2 for Mr. Stover. Oh, he tries it down.
Stover tries to dunk it. Gemmel comes back, misses the shot. Josiah Lake, 35 seconds to go, and John Stover is going to hear about that one.
Yes, he is. Actually, it's a good thing they have a fairly big lead, because the last minute of play here, we had Lake missing the front end of 2 one-on-ones. Stover should have just laid the ball in, tried to go for a jam.
Second foul on Chris Payton, and that sends Adam Maston to the line for 1-and-1.
Adam Maston shooting 1-and-1.
And the McKay Royal Scots have come to Kaiser and really taken it to the McNary Celtics. Adam Maston, 6 foot 1 inch guard. He's a freshman. And what a bright future he has ahead of him.
You bet. Not too many freshmen get a chance to play in the Valley League. He's not only playing, he's contributing.
2 points by Danny Espendola, but it doesn't really matter now. Aguilar with a pass to Stoneman for the basket. And Gemmel can't handle the pass. One more turnover for the McNary Celtics.
I don't think I would want to count those up right now.
Aguilar. And our final score, the McKay Royal Scots 51, the McNary Celtics 37. What a surprise. The Royal Scots defeating the Celtics on their home court. Stay with us. The CCTV postgame report is coming up next.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Partial funding for tonight's program was provided by your friends at Round Table Pizza. Get real, get Round Table at 2 convenient locations in Salem. Partial funding also provided by G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store, also at 2 convenient locations in Salem. And I'm with McKay's Danny Aguilar. Danny, a huge win for the Royal Scots tonight. What were the keys?
I think it was mostly our defense. We just got after it. And we've been on a little bit of a losing streak, and we told ourselves, we got to get after defensively. They had good posts, so we just played good defense.
Well, you really surrounded their postman, Ryan Bolander, and you were able to keep his scoring down and knock some balls away and then head the other way.
Yeah, that was one of our goals. We know he's a good post, probably one of the best posts in Valley League, and decided just to collapse and make them beat us outside.
On the offensive side, big game tonight for John Stover. You were able to get him the ball in low, and he put it right in the basket.
Yeah, we've been having a little trouble, getting in the basket. We've been losing, but today he did a nice job of finishing the ball when we just dished it off to him.
Now, you're only a sophomore, but you've had a year of experience, and you really look like you really know how to run this team.
That's helped a lot. As a freshman, I had little struggles first year coming off, but this year I'm feeling much more comfortable with everything.
Well, offensively, you also had some big buckets where you were able to get in and shoot that little jump shot. Do you look to score?
Yeah, our coach said, we run just to penetrate and either to shoot or dish off, and so I saw the opening and I just shot it.
One of the other things that was very impressive, I thought, was the patience that you showed on offense. You waited till you got that good shot, but when it was there, you took advantage of it.
Yeah, we knew that was the only way to beat them, is if we be patient and get only good shots and then play hard on defense.
How are you feeling about your game so far this year?
I'm feeling really good. I think I've improved a lot in many areas, but I still need a lot of improvement to do.
All right, well, it was a huge win, and best of luck to you guys in the future.
All right, thanks.
Let's bring in John Stover. John has just finished a radio interview with KCCS. John, congratulations on tonight's ball game. You had kind of a tough game last week against Sprague. Tonight, a great ball game. What was the difference for you?
Oh, those guards and the whole team that's feeding the ball really good. I mean, when I get the ball down the low every time, I'm not going to miss it except that last one. But you know, the guards, the rest of the team is moving the ball. That's the main thing.
Well, the guard play was outstanding. Danny Aguilar really knows how to run this team.
Yeah, you know, he's a great point guard. He's only a sophomore, too. I mean, next couple of years, you're going to be seeing him all the time, everywhere. I mean, he's a great player. It's great to have on your team.
Another young player that had a nice game tonight, I thought, was Adam Maston.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's just a great shooter. I mean, not much to say. He's just a great shooter and young player. Another one coming up in the program. They're going to be good.
Well, you guys definitely didn't have as much experience as McNary, but you really hung together there, and when the pressure was on, you guys passed the ball around and didn't make that many mistakes.
Yeah, you know, I mean, crunch time, got to keep control of the ball, you know, and that's what we did. We just came out and played tough.
How are you feeling about your game so far this year?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, you know. I mean, hopefully we can get some more wins here, but that's the main thing.
Well, you certainly did a great job tonight, and the rest of your teammates, a lot of balance on this team too. Not anybody who's really a big scorer, but everybody kind of contributes.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, a good team ain't just one player. A good team is the whole team contributing together for some wins.
All right, well, congratulations. Best of luck in the future.
Thanks.
Let's bring in McKay coach Steve Maston. And Steve almost collides with the McNary band here, but he made it over here. Well, Coach, you just have to be ecstatic about tonight's ball game. I think your team played exceptionally well.
We played great. The kids came out, executed the game plan extremely well. One of the keys coming into the game, I thought, for us was to be able to handle the pressure that we knew that McNary was going to put on us, and they did a great job. We didn't have that many turnovers.
Well, you got off to a good lead, and you held that lead throughout the ball game, and a team like McNary is not a high-scoring team, so they really had a hard time coming back, and your guys kept scoring even while you were ahead.
It's a combination of things, I think. McNary, I don't think they had their greatest game tonight. They didn't look like the McNary I've seen play recently, so I think that's part of it. They missed some shots they don't normally miss, and I think they were a little bit off. On our part, though, I think we did execute very well. Offensively, we were able to control the ball and not turn it over, and we got the ball inside, and we got some to John Stover, and we got some penetration, dribbled penetration from Danny, and you know, kids just did a great job.
Well, you mentioned John Stover and had kind of an off game against Sprague last week, but tonight Aguilar and the others got him the ball in position, and he showed what he can do.
Well, one of the things we talked about in practice the last couple of days is we need to get John the ball more and get a little more scoring from our posts, and we hadn't had a problem with that until Sprague, and we weren't able to get the ball into John against Sprague, and we really focused on that the last couple of days, and it paid off tonight.
Danny Aguilar, he is just an outstanding point guard, only a sophomore.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, we've had a lot of close games this year, and you can get frustrated. We've lost 5 real close ones in the league. But then I started thinking about the kids I have coming back next year, and I feel great about that. And Danny's one of them. Very, very explosive, handles the ball very well. It's getting very difficult for opposing teams to take the ball from him. He reads the floor very well. And he's doing an excellent job. He knows when to take the ball to the hole, and he knows when to run the offense.
I think that's the thing that was most impressive was his decision-making. When he had the shot, he took the shot. When it wasn't there, he brought the ball out.
Yes, and that's something that Danny didn't do last year as a freshman, but how many freshmen can? And he's doing really well this year. And I'll say it, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Danny's been our most consistent player all year long. You know, when other people on the team are struggling, Danny seems to play very well.
Well, just about everyone who played for you did a good job tonight. You started a couple of different players, and everybody really contributed to your victory tonight.
Yes, I just decided to get a couple new faces in the lineup tonight, and these are kids that have been practicing well and playing well lately, and I think it gave us the team a boost. And then when the other kids came off the bench, they played pretty well, and it seemed to be a nice mixture tonight.
What did this victory mean for the McKay Royal Scots at this point in the season?
Well, it's a great win to win on the road. You know, we beat South, and now we beat McNary, a couple of top teams in the league. And, you know, I think it just keeps us within striking distance. You know, going into the season, I didn't know how successful we would be, wins and losses. I knew we were extremely young and inexperienced, and I didn't know where we were going to be. And now, you know, we've played so many close games, and I told the kids you have to keep working hard, and keep fighting, not give up. And it's, you know, some of these close games are going to go our way pretty soon. And I'm really happy for the kids because they have great attitudes and they work extremely hard in practice. And it's nice to see them rewarded because I think they were getting a little bit disappointed. They knew that they were playing fairly well, but still not winning. And so it's a big win for us. I think it could be a momentum-changing type win as far as the season goes for us because I think this can really put us over the hump.
All right, well, congratulations again. Just an outstanding job your guys did here at McNary High School.
Thanks a lot, John.
All right, let's bring in Harv Shibothi for his final comments on the game. Well, Harv, I was just impressed in just about every aspect of the ball game for the Royal Scots. They came in here, they scored the basketball when they needed to score. They played some good defense on McNary. They really controlled Ryan Bolander. Just a great performance.
All-around team performance. I think what we saw tonight, John, was the coming of age of a young ball team. This McKay team is going to be a very important factor in the second half. They've got their work cut out for them to make the playoffs with those 5 losses that they've picked up already. Unfortunately, very close losses in most cases. But they have the potential, I think we saw here tonight, of winning the lion's share of their games in the second half if they continue to play this well.
Well, Danny Aguilar just did an outstanding job tonight, and when he can get the ball inside the Stover, they can score.
They sure can. Danny did just an excellent job of running the floor tonight. We talked about that as the game went along. Just a sophomore. Coach Maston has to be really thrilled about the fact that his son as a freshman comes back. This Aguilar kid comes back for 2 more years after this one. This McKay ball team could be a real big factor in the Valley League next year.
Let's take a look at our scoring for tonight.
It's really spread pretty well for McKay. As we talked about, the young man Stover had 16 points. Aguilar had 9. Josiah Lake came in, 7 points there. Jason Stoneman 6. 3 for Van Hess, 2 for Elwood, 2 for Putnam. A lot of contribution there on the McKay side. For McNary, only 5 kids scored tonight, which of course is a concern. You can't do it with 5 guys in this league. They did get 11 from both Bolander and Espandola. Eric Gimmel came alive in the second half, picked up 8. 2 points for Peyton, 5 points for Gar, and the rest of the bench was quiet.
Final comments on tonight's ball game.
Well, certainly a disappointment for McNary. Now they drop another game down, perhaps to South. Again, they didn't want to do that, not on their home floor anyway. On the other hand, I suspect McKay would love to play all their games on the road the way the season's going.
Well, it was an exciting victory tonight for the McKay Royal Scots, coming out on top in a very convincing victory over the McNary Celtics. Before we close tonight, we'd like to thank a few people. First of all, the athletic director here at McNary, Mr. Denny Peters. We'd also like to thank our sponsors once again, Roundtable Pizza and G.I. Joe's, and we hope that you will let them know that you appreciate their support of Salem Kaiser High School athletics. We'd also like to thank our CCTV crew for all their effort out here at McNary High School tonight. And finally, we'd like to thank you for watching the Game of the Week on Capital Community Television. I'm John Piper on behalf of Harv Shibothi and the rest of our CCTV sports crew. Say goodnight from McNary High School.